This is Gardy with Clear Life. I'm going to be talking to Lundon Dibrell. She's out of Austin, Texas. She's going to be fighting on Elevate FC4 April 15th.
My name's Lundon Dibrell. I fight out of Austin, Texas. I train at Black Sheep Boxing and MMA, and then Henzo Gracie for Jiu-Jitsu.
How long have you been training and what got you interested in starting?
So when I was like 8 or 9, I was dancing and my brother was doing Jiu-Jitsu, and my mom picked me up from dance, and then she took me to pick my brother up from Jiu-Jitsu, and I walked into the gym and I just thought it like seemed cool. And so I wanted to try it out. And so that was the first time that I had ever done any martial arts. I haven't been doing it consistently since then. I did it for a few years when I was little. And then I got back into it when I was 17. So it's been about 3.5 years now.
Did the dance like correlate? Did it help you in any way whenever you got that introduction to it?
Maybe just with like a baseline of athleticism or coordination, but nothing like too apparent.
So you got back into it whenever you were 17. I think, are you 20 now?
I'm 20, yes.
I mean, you're still very young. You've been training consistently for these past couple years, but you've competed a lot. Like what's the drive and how have you competed so much?
It's kind of just like my personality. Like whenever I don't do like a variety of things. I've always just like put all my eggs into one basket. So it's like whatever I'm doing, I just give it like I go like 110%. But so there's that aspect of my personality, but I also just love it, and I'm very competitive, and I just have like passion for it, so it made it pretty easy to fight.
Whenever you got back into it around 17, how long did you wait before you started competing, and what all have you competed in these last couple years?
So I got back into it when I was 17. I did like a jiu-jitsu tournament within like the first year. Um and then I think after that, my coach asked me if I would ever want to fight, because I was training jiu-jitsu but also kickboxing. And he asked me if I would want to fight, and I was MMA, and I was like, yeah, I mean, sure. Like I didn't think that I could make a career out of it, but it like seemed cool, like something that I would want to do. And so within the first like 2 years, I made my MMA debut.
Yeah, is that your goal now, to make a career out of it, see how far it goes?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't just want to see where it goes. Like I want to get into the UFC, and I want to be um like I want it to be my career, and I want it to be something that I do for a long time.
What does everybody think, friends, family, how do they feel about this choice?
Well, so I mean, most all of my friends now are teammates, so of course they're supportive. My stepdad he supports it for sure. He's the one that got my brother into it. He's a big fan of the sport, and I grew up watching UFC with him, so he supports it. My mom also supports it, but it like scares her a little bit. They're supportive.
Does your brother, does he still train, or does anybody else, does your stepdad train?
No, now it's just me who trains.
You mentioned like all your friends train, but that becomes like a new part of the family. What's the culture like at Black Sheep and over at Henzo Gracie Austin?
Henzo Gracie Austin is a little bit more of like a jiu-jitsu culture. Obviously, we train under John Donaher, and so the it's like heavily like jiu-jitsu. And then Black Sheep, the culture, I love the culture. That's part of why I love the sport so much. It's just like you meet great people through it, and everyone is like weird and crazy, but in a good way. Like you don't really run into any boring people at the gym. Everyone's got like a good personality, and like a wild side, I guess, if you will.
Are you from Austin?
I grew up in Austin.
And obviously, John Danaher moving there, that's like winning the jiu-jitsu lottery.
Yes. Yeah, I definitely got lucky with that. I didn't have to move to him. And yeah, like right around the time that I started to get like more into grappling and wanting to improve that part of my game, that's whenever he moved to Austin. So it worked out perfectly.
Have you had a chance to go back and watch any of the Elevate fights, or what do you know about Elevate FC?
I've watched my opponent's fight with Elevate. That's the only fight that I've watched. I know it's a newer promotion, so I'm excited to see where it goes, and I'm excited to be on the fourth card, right?
Whenever a promotion or somebody reaches out to you, what kind of things are you looking for, I guess, to make that decision? Like, yeah, I want to fight for them.
I mean, if the promoter seems like someone that's gonna take care of you, that's always a green flag. The number one thing is like the opponents that they're offering me. Um, I don't agree to the fight. It's my coach RJ who agrees to fights and who takes fights for me. So, um, he just looks at the opponent, and I'm sure he's also a matchmaker, so he has probably like a more personal relationship with other promotions and other matchmakers or coaches in the industry. So he's the one that sets up all my fights, and I trust him. So like whatever he says goes.
You had a chance to watch Kaden. We've had the chance to meet her and talk to her a little bit. You know, it's weird because you meet these people and they're really cool, and then they're going to go fight each other, but they would probably be like really good friends, and train after or before, right?
I don't think I've had any opponents that are close to me. Um, but it would be nice because like the amount of women in the sport is so slim, especially like at an amateur or local level. And so if I find any woman that train, like I always make sure to like introduce myself and try and create a relationship with them because there's not many of us. It's definitely a man's world.
I've watched some of your fights, and one thing that I noticed, I guess, is at least like you have good reach, and you seem like you're pretty tall. Like, how tall are you?
5'8".
5'8"? Okay. I thought it was like 5'10". I was talking to someone, I was like, I think she's like 5'9", 5'10". Just trying to, and I haven't seen you in person or met you, but just gauging you off of like weigh-in photos and stuff like that. Is that an advantage for you?
Yeah, definitely. And I used to fight at 125, so the girls were probably like a little bit shorter in that weight class as well. Um, but yeah, I mean, I definitely have a good reach advantage, so I'll definitely be sure to use that.
Yeah. Is there anything that you would like to say to your opponent, or anything about the game plan that you have going into Elevate 4?
No, I mean, I feel really well rounded. Like in my past fights, I really could only kickbox, and I would try to like kickbox in an MMA fight, and I'm not one dimensional anymore, so I'm excited to showcase like other skills.
What do you have going on after this? Are you going to stay busy for the rest of this year?
Yeah, I mean, I want to fight as frequently as possible. I'm gonna fight as often as RJ, my coach, will let me. Of course, like if I, stay healthy and don't take any too much damage, then I'll try to fight pretty frequently. Again, like I'm training full time, training consistently, and I have a goal to go pro and make a career out of this. So I definitely want to stay active. My name's Lundon Dibrell. I train at Black Sheep Boxing and MMA and Hensel Gracie Austin. Watch me on Elevate 4 with Clear Life.